swear to review this film with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
We'll call it by ear.
Works for me. So, we watched the worst movie I've ever freaking seen.
It's pretty bad.
It's really bad.
It's really bad.
Alright, as you can tell by title, wherever YouTube puts it at the time of watching.
I don't know. It keeps messing up its layout.
12 Angry Men. Dear God.
If anything could drag on
I know.
for 90 minutes, I thought I was... Seriously, I thought I was bored during Sandy Hook. Because nothing happened. At least that had different settings.
I know. Oh
it had different sets that they used. This was all trapped into one room.
I don't understand why they did it all. I mean, look, in a courtroom...
It stars Henry Fonda, too, of all people. I mean, like, this movie has a collection of actors I really don't know, except for Henry Fonda. But Henry Fonda wasn't even all that good in this one.
Yeah, a rare mess, I guess. But no,
he produced it too. So it's like,
but no, when in courtroom dramas, you look at like Law and Order, stuff like that. You got tons of stuff you can do, tons of places you can go, tons of people you can talk to. And what do? They put it in one room, extremely tiny.
Everything's so mannerist too. The acting is so melodramatic. I understand it was. I don't even remember the year that this movie came out.
Oh God. That's another thing. I know this is limitation of technology, or whatever. But the black and white. Can they not recolor it?
I mean, they did do a remake. William Friedkin, the director of The Exorcist and The French Connection, did a remake in the 90s.
That sounds great. We'll watch that one instead.
Well, we gotta get a hold of it. I was giving it for a Christmas present, so I mean, it just happened to be around when we were watching it.
But no, this movie, I don't know if it was just a product of the times or something, but it was just so boring.
And the pacing was bad. The editing was really weird.
It was.
And even for movies at the time, the editing was very, very bizarre.
Well, no. Think, you were talking to me about this during where he put the camera, whoever the director was, I'm sure he hasn't done anything. Wherever he put the camera, it was like, I don't know, it gave just some weird feelings. It's like, dude, just set up the camera and let it film it. He's just...
Not a very good understanding of how to block.
I know. You can't block in that small of a room.
Well, I mean, obviously, I guess they I don't know if they had removable walls for the set or something like that, but I don't know. Doesn't really matter too much. I mean, it just...
I could not get into it to save my life. Okay, I guess, hold on, we spent 3 minutes here. Plot, in case you haven't seen it. Then again, why would you?
It's a jury deliberating.
Yeah, it's a jury talking about whether a guy is guilty or not. And everyone says, oh, he's guilty, and then one guy says no, and then he just convinces the rest of the people over time. That's all the movie is. Now, if that sounds like it should be a short film, it's because it should have been a short film.
It originally was a sketch on television that was done live, and it was then, I believe, turned into a play, which was turned into the movie. I could be wrong on that. And actually, the screenplay was written by the guy who wrote the original material.
It
didn't
translate well.
Well, if she added a few laughs in there, I mean, it could have been...
It could have been something, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
It's like I don't know about you, but I was just calling, like, everything they were going to say. Did you? Because it just, like, it was, not like word for word, obviously, but it was, like, and this guy's gonna say how something about how the guy's not actually so. It was...
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
The dialogue was very stock standard. It was very... it was very textbook.
Why didn't they... Okay, hold on. Why didn't they give the characters names? Seriously, that is the most annoying fucking... I'm trying to review this to you, and if I'm trying to give any sort of review...
As much as that can annoy people, that's the one thing in the movie they can understand, because in the jury room, you're not allowed to know other people's names.
Well, but they're in the jury... Like, if they wrote this so the audience is watching, the audience needs to know the people's names. That's a I don't know. That's like I'm always pissed off when I'm like, oh, who's that guy in that movie that I can't remember his name. If they literally don't tell you, that's just the most annoying fucking thing. Ugh. What else?
Lighting. It's lit very much like a 1900s period piece and whatnot. Very long shadows, elongated, dark faces, that whole thing. Very played up for the gothic Romanesque look, and it didn't really fit this movie very well, this setting very well.
I'm maybe a bit sleazy here, but would it have killed them to just throw in one girl? One girl.
I mean, I guess that's why they're all angry. I mean, there's no tits. There's just too many dudes walking around here.
Honestly.
I mean, even the bailiff, the judge. I don't think I saw a single woman in this movie.
If there was going to be one, it would be either very beginning or very end when they finally got out of the room on either side of that.
And you realize that there was actual sky to look up to.
That's what the movie did well.
Yes.
It made me appreciate the outdoors. I went outdoors, I'm like, oh, look!
The
world!
The world! Oh my god!
God.
It's just... Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to have enough to fill up, like, an entire review.
I know.
There was nothing happening. They said the same things, like, 10,000 times.
It's the equivalent of, like, one scene that's just stretched for 90 minutes.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, that's why Law and Order...
It's basically like the final courtroom scene of Law and Order. No, it's not even
the final courtroom.
But extended to 90 minutes, like to that of an actual courtroom trial.
I've sat
in on real courtroom trials, and they are dull as hell.
That's fine, but it's worse than that, because at least they could add some sort of spice to a courtroom scene. This is the scene that they cut out in Law and Order. This is the scene where they just say, here's all the evidence, now jury go deliberate. And then they do the dun-dun, and then they come back and they have an answer.
Even better, like, remember Law and Order Trial by Jury? See, no one remembers this.
No.
Trial by Jury was this offshoot Law and Order series that was all about focused on building juries and whatnot. So it was about the lawyers that the teams put together to build the juries up. This movie should have been in
this sounds like the TV movie for that series.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, this movie, yeah, I can't. Is there anything else? Can you think of anything else about this movie? Honestly, I think we've gone over. I mean, not very in depth. We just kind of. Okay. Now I guess I'll get my final thing. I just did not like this movie. I would flat out say, don't watch it. Unless the remake, I don't know how that one is. Matt, your final thoughts on the film?
This movie is one of the greatest movies of all time, seriously. It's seriously one of the greatest movies of all fucking time. It's Sidney Lumet's first film. This movie has Ed Begley Jr. It has Henry Fonda. It gives some of the best performances of their entire career. The writing is unbelievable. And, oh my god, everything...
You had to do it, didn't you? Well, everyone, April Fools. Ha ha ha. We were going to reveal it in a week or so. But no. Matt couldn't wait. He just had to explode. Yeah, no. Movie's great. It's a good movie.
But it's a really good movie.
Yeah, no, it's a great movie. I get that. But you just... Look, I just expected better.
It wouldn't even work if it wasn't in black and white. I haven't seen Freakin's version, but this version wouldn't even work if it was in color. It wouldn't work if it was in widescreen. This is coming from a guy who only shoots at 235. I mean, seriously, how... It's an amazing film. It's one of my favorite films of all time. I mean,
Happy April Fool's Day. I'm done.
All the bad boys want some more, it's tricky.